There's a song that's been stuck in everyone's head for the past few weeks, and honestly, nobody can quite explain why it's everywhere. Gimme That Love started as an obscure underground track, but somehow it became the sound that's defining TikTok right now. And here's the weird part. The people who are making it viral aren't the ones you'd expect, and the trend that's building around it is way more layered than it first appears. Let's talk about how a song from the absolute fringes of the internet managed to crack the algorithm in a way that most artists spend millions trying to achieve. Because this isn't just another sound going viral. This is a case study in how internet culture actually works in 2024. First, we need to understand where this song actually came from. It wasn't on Spotify's homepage. It wasn't pushed by a major label. It wasn't even intentionally designed to go viral. Gimme That Love started as a bedroom producer upload, the kind of track that would normally get maybe 2,000 plays if it was lucky. But then something shifted. A specific creator picked it up, used it in a short video, and suddenly the audio started spreading across different platforms at the same time. That's the crucial part right there. When a sound breaks through multiple platforms simultaneously, that's usually not random. That's a sign that there's real momentum underneath. What makes this trend actually interesting is who's using it. You'd think TikTok's biggest creators would be the first ones jumping on a viral sound, right? But this time, it was mid-tier creators and smaller accounts that were driving the initial wave. These are people with maybe 50,000 to 200,000 followers, big enough to move the needle, but small enough that they're still genuinely making content because they love it, not just chasing trends. And that authenticity matters. The algorithm picks up on that energy, and so does the audience. The trend itself has evolved into something genuinely creative. Instead of just lip-syncing or dancing to the song, creators started using it as the backdrop for these weird, hyper-specific life advice videos. We're talking about people giving dating tips while the song plays, or advice about career changes, or honest conversations about mental health, all set to this upbeat, almost contradictory instrumental. There's something darkly funny about that juxtaposition. You've got this playful, energetic beat, but the content is often surprisingly vulnerable and real. That contrast is why it sticks with people. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Different communities have taken the trend in wildly different directions. The fitness community started using it for gym motivation videos. The creative writing community started using it for storytelling. Even professional life coaches jumped on it. That branching out into different niches is actually the sign that a trend has real staying power.
It actually gets better the more you hear it. That's intentional production work, and it's honestly genius from a marketing standpoint, whether that was the plan or not. One thing I've noticed is how the trend is evolving. At first, it was mostly being used as a background track for existing content types, but now creators are actually building their concepts around the song. They're not just adding it in, they're structuring their videos so the peaks and valleys of the track match the emotional or comedic beats they're trying to hit. That's a level of intentionality that shows this isn't just a passing fad. People are actually engaging with the music, not just using it. The platform dynamics are really interesting too. This song is performing differently across TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, which tells us something about who's on each platform and what they respond to. On TikTok, it's mostly getting used for dance and comedy. On Instagram, it's way more about the aesthetic and the mood. And on YouTube Shorts, creators are using it as background music for longer-form content ideas. So the same song is creating completely different cultural moments depending on where it lives. What's also worth noting is the staying power. Usually, these viral sounds have a shelf life of maybe 2 to 3 weeks before something new comes along and kills them. But this one is showing signs of having more legs. We're already a month in, and it's not showing signs of slowing down. If anything, it's getting more creative usage. That suggests the song has genuine appeal, beyond just being a meme or a quick trend. Here's what I think is the real takeaway. Gimme That Love becoming this massive hit tells us that people are craving music that feels genuine and that you can actually apply to real moments in your life. It's not ironic, it's not a joke, it's just a good song that makes you feel something. And in an era where so much of internet culture is built on irony and detachment, there's something refreshing about a trend that's just nice, that's sincere. So whether you're using this song yourself or you're just tired of hearing it everywhere, the fact that it exists and that it's blowing up the way it is actually says something positive about where our culture is right now. We want music that connects us, that makes us feel less alone. And Gimme That Love is doing exactly that, one viral video at a time.
If you're enjoying these kinds of deep dives into what's actually happening in internet culture, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next trend breakdown.